Hey, welcome to the franchise. It's your host, Daniel Ehrenberg. Logan's holding it up to the camera. It's an audio podcast for most of you, so you can't see it, but we're finally covering Avatar this week. The only reason we haven't yet is me. Um, I, Logan Adair, my co-host, he wants the show to be relevant, and he wants us to cover anything that's a big franchise, and Avatar maybe the biggest franchise. They've the two movies, they've made like $6 billion or some shit. um Maybe more like five. But that's still a lot of money for two movies to make. Okay. And uh I just don't get it. I've never gotten it, and I continue to not get it. All right. Um, Logan, why don't you say hi?
Hi. This
Thank
to
you.
me, this is what cinema is all about, baby.
Yeah, yeah. Well, a lot of people. I looked at the letterbox. These films have an average of 3.7 and 3.6 respectively. Those are pretty high. Um,
I guess I should say I'm not like the hugest Avatar fan or anything. It's not like I'm one of those Avatar stands where I think Avatar is a five-star masterpiece.
but those exist, right?
They exist, but I just like Avatar. I think it's fine. I remember seeing the second one. I thought that we should have seen it in theaters, and that's all that we're coming at this from. Those two different sides. I'm not like a super fan.
Okay.
Although maybe I am now.
We'll find out, I guess. So I remember seeing trailers for Avatar. It was a big deal. It's the new James Cameron movie. They spent a shit ton of money on it. And I distinctly remember thinking it was going to tank at the box office. I really it's one of the things in my life I've been wrongest about.
Yeah, that's a big
Uh
one.
yeah, I was just like, I saw it. It's a bunch of blue aliens. Does this appeal to? It seems like it appeals to huge nerds, but that's not what the world is entirely composed of. But then everybody wanted to see it. Everyone wanted to see Avatar. I remember reviews coming out after that first movie came out. People were like depressed because they had to leave the movie theater. Like, not being able to be in the world of Pandora anymore was sad to them. And then, like, I saw it and I didn't get it. I still didn't get it. What did people see in this? Why did so many people want to see this in theaters? I was like, maybe it was like the very beginning of like the new 3D boom that was happening, and I was like, maybe it
What does
was
that mean? People say that
what?
the new 3D boom. What is that? Because like we had like Friday the 13th 3D and shit like that.
Yeah, 3D was popular in like the 50s, and then there was like a it came out again in the 80s, and then it became more of a popular thing in regular movie theaters, not just like drive-ins and shit. In
Coraline, that was a big one too.
Yeah, all the Pixar movies were starting. I saw Up in 3D when it came out. They were doing horror ones, My Bloody Valentine, and
Yeah, I
uh
remember that.
yeah. Um so I was like, maybe that's it. Like, this is the movie that undeniably used 3D the best. Maybe 3D heads were just going to see this and they're really excited about it. That's how I justified it in my brain.
That's
All
a little
right.
true.
It is a little true, but then I didn't think about Avatar for a long time because they didn't make another one for a long time. It was just sort of like constantly in development. First, it was going to be three movies, then it was going to be five movies. And I'm like, you can't even make a second one. What? Now you're adding movies? But then the second one finally came out, 2022. I was like, all right, it's gonna be a big drop off from the first movie. No one's gonna care.
Wow, you doubled down.
I did. I doubled. I was wrong again. Everybody fucking
You
cared.
won't triple down, surely.
No, this no one's gonna be big.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm
but
excited.
they it came out and made a lot of money. People liked it again. It was nominated for Best Picture again.
But now we're up to 10 slots. Well, I guess we were in 2009 as well, because
Yeah,
2008 was when we changed it. Or
yeah, but
2009 was the first year with it,
it
I
was
think.
nominated for a ton of Oscars in 2009. It's wild.
What, like 13 of them or something? I think it's up
I don't
there
know.
with like the record of
Yeah,
nominations.
and
No acting,
it
probably.
won Best Cinematography.
You're you just don't get it. You're like so shocked. Like, why did people go see it? This is like the height, as I said at the beginning, it is like the height of what cinema can be. And some of these movies you just don't care about.
That's
The Dune
not
2s
true.
of the world, you're just not
The
there for.
height of what cinema can be.
James Cameron stretches the capabilities of what you're supposed to be able to do with movie cameras
No, with computers.
and computers.
That's it. Like the special effects are, but it does it. All right. This
That's a
is why.
part of movies. If you want to just learn a story, read a book. This is what movie making is all about. And James Cameron knows that. If you want your
Movie.
never, rarely, sometimes, always is, then that's fair. But
What
that's
about
not
like
what James Cameron's doing.
what about like Heat or fucking Goodfellas? To me, like that is
He's done that.
filmmaking. It's beautiful
True
filmmaking
Lies.
in service of art. This isn't art. It's blue
He's done that.
aliens. It's
He's moved
blue
on.
aliens having sex with their hair in the jungles and now the seas. It's all it is a special
Oh
effects
my god.
demo. Listen, the first one it was forest. The second one it was like, oh, now we'll do water effects. This third one's
Who cares? Let
fire
him
and
do what he
ash.
wants.
The third one's going to entirely be fire, fake CGI fire. That sounds like a fucking nightmare to me. It's over
Disagree.
3 hours of CGI fire.
Some of the coolest parts of Avatar are when they're illuminated by the fire. They look fucking awesome. Give me
The
that for
fires do
two
not look
hours.
good in these movies.
That's you're lying.
I don't care about special effects. I just don't. I,
All right,
I
then this isn't for you.
it's not for me.
That's it.
I'm not saying I'm not even talking shit.
You're
All right.
talking shit. You're talking a lot of shit.
Well, you're getting a little defensive, and it made me
I
talk
have
more
to.
shit. Okay, but what I'm saying is from jump, I did not get these movies. I continue to not
Then
get
that's
these.
fine, but don't make fun of them.
I'm not making fun of it. Just hear me
Blue
out.
aliens have sex with their hair. Blah blah blah. You are.
Hear me out.
That's the whole punchline.
It's not. That
It has
wasn't the.
been for 20 years.
That's not what I was building towards.
Okay, okay. Keep going. Sorry.
It's okay. I because I'm trying to go into this respectfully. I really am.
Okay.
I watched the movie yesterday. I can see what
Both of
people.
them?
Well, no, I'd kill myself. I watched the 2009 one on Saturday. I watched the new one yesterday, The Way of Water. Now I get all the jokes about Spider,
Mm-hmm. I like
and
Spider now.
oh my god,
I know.
and I just these are aggressively not for me.
Okay.
All
I
right,
understand that.
that's listen. I can see what someone can see in it. It's all the parts of movie making I personally don't care about. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any merit in it on a screenplay level or a world building level
Well,
or
that's just crazy.
I don't. To me this is entirely a special effects demo and it's a really good one, but like I as someone who knows nothing about computers and doesn't really give a shit about uh that part of movie making and also just thinks all like third wave CGI looks like shit. This is not for me. I
This
can't
movie
get
doesn't look
into it.
like shit. Or the next one.
No, it's it. This is this looks like the best possible version of what it's going for. It really does.
Yay.
And I just could not care.
Okay. All right.
Also, it's got a lead actor that might be the worst casting of any character in movie history.
Impossible.
All right. Hear me out.
Who's your replacement?
Anybody.
Who do you got?
I saw that the casting came down to Sam Worthington, Channing Tatum, and Chris Evans. Channing Tatum would have been much
I
better.
literally made a list here, and both those guys are on the list.
All right.
I always heard Matt Damon, so that's interesting.
Matt Damon is who was originally offered to.
Okay.
It was offered to him, by the way, and he offered him 10% of the profits to take the role, and Damon turned it down. He did Bourne Ultimatum instead.
What is 10% of that? $200 million?
That's I know. Yeah.
God, is that real?
Yeah, that's real.
Oh my God.
And the studio was pushing Jake Gyllenhaal. They wanted Jake Gyllenhaal, and he turned it down for the Prince of Persia.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal. He's coming right off of Jarhead, and we are talking a lot about
Jarhead.
I'm a Jarhead.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, the weird production on here, because I think they like cast it in 2006, right? And the movie doesn't come out until 2009, so you got to think about what they were doing.
Yeah,
around 2005, 2006 times. So,
Bourne Ultimatum was 2007.
Bourne was.
All right.
Here are the people that I thought of though. I think Tatum would be incredible. Channing Tatum is probably my pick of everybody. He's a nobody. If Cameron's wanting to do like the Leo thing, not that Leo was a total discovery, but like launching to someone to superstardom, I think he could have done that with Tatum. Bradley Cooper, obviously on the list. Chris Pine. But Bradley Cooper was like not it. He was in Wet Hot and Wedding Crashers so far.
Oh yeah, and you can really believe him as like a tough military guy who's lost the use of his legs.
What's your problem? Why couldn't you believe that?
I've seen American Sniper,
and this is nuts. You think Bradley Cooper doesn't pull off American Sniper?
When he's a little
That's one of his better roles.
American Sniper, he could do it. I'm picturing Bradley Cooper from Alias and Wedding Crashers. That guy can't do it.
All right, but you think Gyllenhaal could?
Yes.
If Bradley Cooper's in Jarhead, it's the same thing.
No, it's not. Have you seen Jarhead?
No, I haven't seen Jarhead. You think Gyllenhaal's more manly than Bradley Cooper?
At this stage, yes.
I don't know about that. Cooper is 5 years older.
You think Bradley Cooper could be in that Roadhouse remake?
It could have been for sure.
No way.
Absolutely. Cooper's 32 at this point. Jake Gyllenhaal's 27. But these are the people I think he could have like launched to stardom. Channing Tatum, Bradley Cooper, Chris Pine, Jeremy Renner. If Renner starts this movie, he could have this and The Hurt Locker come out the same year.
I think Renner's a great choice.
He'd be awesome, yeah. Or Anthony Mackie, going back to The Hurt Locker. If Anthony Mackie's here, I think he could do it.
Sure.
But then Chris Evans, Jared Leto, what do you think about that?
Get Jared Leto out of movies.
Ethan Hawke.
He's too old.
You think he's too old? He's 37. But Matt Damon is also 37. They're the same age.
Yeah, well, Matt Damon was probably a little too old too. Listen,
he's more fit.
But he goes with Sam Worthington.
But then my two other choices. But this turns it into their movie. You got Will Smith. Imagine this is a Will Smith movie, and he would have done it around this time.
You don't want that. You don't know that he turned down The Matrix.
But this was like I Am Legend, I, Robot. If you offer him Avatar with James Cameron, there's no shot he's turning that down. Or Tom Cruise. But then at this point, it's a Tom Cruise movie. But same with Will Smith.
And now the character's 50 years old.
I don't think that matters so much.
He's a little military guy.
You can be old and be in the military.
Tom
Cruise is 45. He's only 45. This is right after War of the Worlds.
Yeah, he's like a dad in that movie. He's a dad construction worker from New Jersey.
All it takes is somebody that is a Marine. or that was a Marine that
Oh
got hurt
yeah,
as a
yeah.
Marine.
Tom Cruise really strikes you as a Marine.
There are plenty of Marines of all shapes and sizes and
Not
ages.
really. I've met a lot of Marines. They're all pretty much exactly the same.
You think so?
Yeah.
No way. There are fat Marines. They eat a little too
No, there
much.
aren't.
Yeah, there are.
All right, listen. Sam Worthington is the worst possible choice for this character. You can name 100 names right now. They're all going to be better than Sam
Jared
Worthington.
Leto.
Better. All right. Sam Worthington, first of all, what is he, Australian?
I don't know.
I can't tell any of these avatars apart. All right, the Na'vi. They all look exactly the same to me. The only way I am able to determine which one is Sam Worthington is that he has an Australian accent.
What?
Yeah, he does not. I mean,
It's not even
his
true.
American accent
What
is
is happening?
absolutely non existent and garbage. I can hear Australian in everything he says. All
All
right.
right.
Secondly, he's a terrible actor. He's completely unemotive. Okay. And what you've got here is a performance entirely built on motion capture. Okay. But he's not giving you anything.
I think it
So
works.
why even do the motion cap? Like Zoe Saldana has an extremely emotive face. You always know what she's thinking. All right. And it works for this movie. I mean, there are times in other movies I think Zoe Saldana is overacting, but it's in this it's motion capture, so it fits the cartoon is acting, and so
It works though. He's out of place. He's not in his right body. She's like in her real world.
what about the second one?
He's only a year into his real body.
That's not true. He has 4 kids.
I was just making a joke. I don't know. Second movie, I think he was actually much better than the first movie.
I think he's terrible in both movies. It's the worst possible casting. I do not get it,
Dwayne
I,
Johnson.
and I
Much
thought
worse.
Sigourney. I disagree. I thought Sigourney Weaver was really good at it too. Like you could really tell which one was her. Her, it had her goofy teeth, and
And her nose. Everyone else has the same Avatar nose. She has her Sigourney Weaver nose.
there's so many times I'm watching these Avatar movies where it's just like nothing on screen is real. Like it's like Uncanny Valley almost. Like I know those Navi aren't real. Those are cartoons. I'm aware of that. I know that the forest is not a real forest. That's fake. I know that all the wildlife, everything flying around, that's fake. Like I'm watching the movie. Like I craved the scenes where they would cut back to like the little military capsule because I'm at
Are you
least
serious?
yeah, because I'm
Oh
at
my
least
god.
looking at fucking real actors. I'm
All
at
right.
least
So he's asking you to get on board and you just can't get on board.
yes.
Okay. Okay. But that's so nuts. That's the worst part when they keep cutting back to the earth.
No, that's what I need. See that? Yeah, that's what I would watch. The FX show Avatar Earth.
Right.
Yeah.
It is weird. Especially the first one was like such made for 3D. I mean, the second one too. But we're not watching these. Is this your first time? How many times have you seen this? Not. Or did you see it in theaters or what?
I saw
Because it's weird
Avatar.
watching it without 3D.
I saw the first Avatar in theaters, and I watched it one more time to see if maybe it aged well a few years ago. And um and then so I've seen that 3 times now, Avatar. And
Yeah.
now that we've done it for the podcast, I'll never watch it again. And
You found your avatar, the second movie.
I didn't like that one
That's the
either.
one you'll keep going back to.
Yeah, I watched the second. I this to me it's like when we
Lord of the
did
Rings,
Pirate.
but worse.
No, because Lord of the Rings, I like buckled down and I was like, let me see if I could get into Lord of the Rings, and I sort of got it.
It's like that animated Lord of the Rings that you turned off. What was that? What was that called?
Oh, War of the Rohirrim.
Right.
Yeah,
Rohirrim.
no, it to me it's like when we did Pirates of the Caribbean. Like I don't understand what people see in this.
Even
They're
the first
long.
one, you didn't
They're
like.
long
You
and
were like, how are they swimming?
boring.
How are they breathing underwater? What is
I
happening?
don't care. And
That's one of our worst episodes.
I disagree.
That first Pirates movie.
You just
You like get mad and you're like, all right, in the episode, 45 minutes in. It
you
ends
just
abruptly.
you just think anything that you like and I don't like makes for a bad episode, but the listeners disagree.
That wasn't the problem with that episode. The problem was like we literally give up. You get so upset.
Which Pirates was that?
It's like the first two Pirates movies.
All right. Well,
Because I keep talking
well,
about
that's
breathing
what this
underwater.
reminds me of.
Yeah.
The Pirates or How to Train Your Dragon.
Both of these are better than every Pirates movie.
At least Pirates, you're like looking at real people.
Yeah. Is this movie better or worse with Orlando Bloom in the lead role?
Better.
Not worse because his accent work would be even worse. I've never even heard him try American.
Come on, he's all right in Elizabethtown. He does it.
What? That's what everyone says is like the worst movie ever.
No, it's not a good movie, but
He's good in
he's
it.
pulling off the accent.
Okay, I had to check it out.
All right, let's backtrack a little bit. All right. So Avatar, I just want to like do all the shit that we normally do on the podcast. He came up with this in the 90s, I think around like 94, but it was like based on dreams he had when he was a kid. I'm talking about James Cameron, of course. And he first wanted to make it after Titanic. He tried to do it after Titanic with a budget of $100 million.
He did do it after.
And well, ultimately, he never made another fucking movie between Titanic and this, but he tried to make it like right after Titanic. He wanted to make it in like 1998 for $100 million and couldn't get it off the ground. Then supposedly he saw such classic films as Pirates of the Caribbean 2 with Davy Jones
Dead Man's
and
Chest.
yeah, and he was like, all right, CGI I think is finally caught up with Avatar. And
I like
so
it.
he pitches it to the Fox. They're like, I'm not sure about this. It's a Blue Alien movie. You're asking me for $300 million. But ultimately he
That's
convinces
chump change,
them.
guys.
Yeah. He had written an 80-page treatment for it in 1994. But now he finished the script and he was trying to choose between this and Alita Battle Angel.
Oh.
He was going to make one of those as his next
Robbie
movie.
Rodriguez.
Yeah. And he chooses this.
You'd hate that. Don't check that out. You might be attracted to Alita. Maybe check it out.
Stop it.
She's like a big-eyed girl.
I'm not attracted to cartoons.
Really?
No.
What was up with that link you sent me yesterday?
You mean the one with Judy Jetson sucking off her dad?
Yeah, why'd
I
you
just
send me
thought
that?
that
If
was
you're not
really
into it?
artistic.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it all the way, but I was like, what the heck?
Well, check it out. It's nice animation.
All right.
So we talked about the Sully casting. Do you know who was originally cast in the Zoe Saldana role in 1998, but was considered too old by the time he actually made the movie? This blew my mind.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
No. Charisma Carpenter.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Isn't that wild?
That's the best thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
The fact he even knows who she is.
Yeah. No.
What about Boreanaz?
Well, he was involved in TV. Remember, he did Dark Angel around that time.
He did do Dark Angel. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
So he definitely knows those people. That's awesome. That made my day.
And the part of Norm, who was played by
who's he?
He's in Bones. What's that actor's name?
I've seen him a lot. I don't know who he is. Joel David Moore.
I
know him from Avatar, actually.
Do you know who was auditioning against him for the role of Norm?
Jack Black.
It was going to be him or Josh Gad.
Oh, I was kind of close.
Yeah.
That's awful. I didn't know Josh Gad was a thing at this point.
Yeah. All right. So it came out December 18th, 2009 on a budget of $237 million. I was like, can't wait for the articles about how much money it loses. And it made $2.923 billion at the box
Is that with the
office.
re-release? Didn't we like when Avengers Endgame beat it? Didn't we put this back out there for a few weeks to
I
try
think
to?
we might have, yeah.
Does this include that?
Probably. Um, it was nominated for lots of awards. I'll run through them as quickly as I can. The Oscars, first of all, it won 3 Oscars for art direction, visual effects, and cinematography.
This was the year he
And
lost to his ex-wife,
yeah,
Catherine Bigelow, for the Hurt Locker.
I was so into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it lost Best Picture, Best Directing, Best Editing, Best Sound and Sound Mixing
Wow.
to all to the Hurt Locker.
Well, that was that big a hit.
Yeah. And best score, it lost to Up.
Oh, really? I love the score.
Yeah, Michael Giacchino, the dude did the score for Lost.
Did this one?
Um,
He's a big Michelle
no, he
Rodriguez.
did Up.
Oh, I thought he would
James
come on whenever
James
Michelle Rodriguez was around.
no James Horner did this one.
Oh yeah, I saw his name at the end.
All right. The BAFTAs, it won Best Visual Effects and Production Design, and it was nominated for film, screenplay, cinematography, editing, and sound, all of which it lost to the Hurt Locker. Um, the Golden Globes, it won Best Drama and Best Director, and it lost score to Up and song for that horrible, unlistenable song over the end credits, which he managed to top with an even more unlistenable song in the second one by The Weeknd.
What's the first one? I don't remember the first one.
It's just like, I think it's written by like James Horner, and it's like some lady singing. It's like, the trees are so beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And so
Second one
lost
was
that to like
interesting.
Crazy Heart. Um, it swept the
Crazy Heart.
Saturn
Is that a
Awards.
remake? Crazy Heart?
What?
Isn't there a isn't that based on an old movie?
No, but it's
The guy
kind
that
of
was in The Godfather?
Robert Duvall.
Robert Duvall.
It's no, it's not based on that. It's just kind of a rip off of it.
What's that called?
The tender Tender
Yeah,
Mercies.
something. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, it swept the sci-fi Saturn Awards. All right, it was nominated for Best Sci-Fi Film, Best Actor Sam Worthington, Best Actress Zoe Saldana, Best Supporting Actor Stephen Lang, Best Supporting Actress Sigourney Weaver, Best Director, Best Writing, Best Music, Best Visual Effects, Best Production Design. It won all of those awards.
Wow. Not the acting ones though.
All the acting ones too.
It won those. That's fucking
It
crazy.
won every single one of those awards.
All right, we were in love.
Yeah. And let's hear that MTV theme.
I want my MTV.
Thank God MTV was at the height of its Twilight obsession.
Hmm.
So
New
Twilight was,
Moon.
I think, yeah, and I think this might have been the last MTV Movie Awards I ever watched.
Why?
I don't
Too
know,
old?
but yeah, I guess so.
What are
But
you?
I
You're
just
23 at this point. You should have
no,
been
but
too old.
I think that's what happened though. Is I watched it and like Twilight won everything, and I was like, I don't think this is an award show I should be watching anymore. I don't think it's for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, so Zoe Saldana was nominated for Best Actress. She lost to Kristen Stewart for New Moon. Uh, they were nominated for Best Fight, and they lost to the classic Ali Larter Beyonce fight at the end of
Ooh,
the movie Obsessed.
that's a good
Uh,
pick.
that is a good pick. It was nominated for Best Kiss. It lost to New Moon. It was nominated for Best Villain, and it lost to Tom Felton for Harry Potter and the Half Blood Prince.
Who's the villain?
I think they went with Stephen Lang.
Interesting.
And best movie they gave to New Moon. All right. Now we can talk about whatever you want in terms of Avatar.
Well, I think that you should try to Tell us what it's about. I think that'd
Oh
be
my
fun.
God. All right. Um, so it's like 200 years in the future or something, and Earth is like a wasteland. I mean, we don't see it, but we're told that it's pretty bad down there. And the military has come to a planet called Pandora. All right,
Mhm.
right. It's a very big blue planet, and we only see a small part of it in this movie. So it's like, hey, there could be sequels. You can see lots of other parts of the planet, and
What's that horse clan all about?
there's a horse clan.
At the end, they're like, "Go get all the clans, the water clan from the seas, and the horse
They say
clan."
that.
Yeah,
I missed that.
yeah.
All right. So, uh, what we're doing here, I don't really understand why.
Hmm.
Is so we want to bulldoze the planet
Well, we need
because
unobtainium.
yeah, underneath the planet there's something called unobtainium.
Come on.
I can't get used to that. It's so funny.
It is
Um,
like a real thing that it's like a placeholder name for it's like a John Doe
I
type name.
know.
Like when you don't know who the dead body is, you call it John Doe. This is like when you don't know what a substance is, you call it unobtainium.
But wouldn't they know what it was since they're trying to get it
I
and they know
think
exactly where it
well
is?
here we're pretending like that's not that real life term is not a real thing.
Right, right.
This
This
is in
is
a fake world where unobtainium is the
no,
real
right,
thing.
right. It's like adamantium or something. It's
It's our
unobtainium.
adamantium, exactly.
Yeah. All right. So they want to get unobtainium by bulldozing the forests. It's basically the same plot as Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest, if you've ever seen that. And they uh in order to do that, we're
Grace
gonna
wants to befriend them. Sigourney Weaver. She wants
yeah.
to like befriend them and get it from them in a safe
But
way.
this is the reason for the mission.
You're right.
It is we've got three it was supposed to be three scientists. We're going to send them into the woods as avatar bodies. I'm not really sure why, because they know which ones are not real Navi.
Mm.
They so like we're not like fooling them. They're not like undercover or anything.
Make them a little more comfortable. Like
I don't.
they know something's up and you're not an actual Navi, but they don't know you're an ugly human. If you went in there as a human, Grace, it'd be a non-starter.
I disagree. I think the move is
But it
send
doesn't
them in
matter if you
as
disagree. They know what's real and what's not. They've tested it and they know that this is the way to do it.
all right. So the three of them, Sigourney Weaver, Joel David Moore, and Sam Worthington, are gonna go into these machines, and then they become Navi out there. All right. And when they're out of the machines, the Navi that they are just appear to be sleeping.
That's right. That's
All
right.
right. One of the scientists was Sam Worthington's brother, and he died. So we got Sam Worthington as he was a military guy. It seems crazy to me that they never thought to send a military guy in before. Like they think that's like weird to them. They're like, what? But he's not a scientist. Like, who cares?
Well, I think he
What's sciency about convincing them to do something?
well, it is weird that he doesn't know. They don't even want to let him in because he doesn't have it. It is weird to let someone in who doesn't have he doesn't even have any. I don't know if it's not that he's a warrior or whatever. It's just that he doesn't have any fly time in there. Like if he had started with them, I think they'd have no problem. I don't know. That is kind of weird. But that's why the Avatar like him so much because he's not a scientist.
Yeah,
Like you're different.
but exactly. But they're because there's a warrior tribe, but they never thought to send in a warrior before.
Yeah, that's probably a mistake by our humans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
dumb
It's not
job.
a writing flaw. It's a mistake by the humans.
Exactly.
Um, right. Um, so they go in. Joel David Moore pretty much has no luck whatsoever. He's fucking worthless. Sigourney Weaver, she's doing fine. Everyone likes her weird teeth. And Sam Worthington, he immediately falls in love with like the All right, so
Not so immediate.
the tribe has like the main dude is like a warrior king, and
Yeah.
the
Her
main
dad,
girl, yeah, and the main girl is like
a
uh
spiritual leader.
right, and so she's gonna be the next spiritual leader.
And we have a boy lined up to be the
Right,
husband,
and they're supposed to get married, but
Sute.
there's an undeniable attraction between uh Zoe Saldana
Let's
and
use our
Sam
names.
Worthington's.
Neytiri and Jake.
All right, Jake.
Jake.
Jake Sully. Um and so it's like at first there it's like some heat between them. It's one of those like you could tell they want to fuck, but they're acting like they hate each other. But
Hmm.
then like once she convinces, she like teaches him how to ride those flying guys.
That's the best
Uh
part of the movie to me.
oh, that's the best part.
Come
And
on, come on.
yeah, then she yeah, she starts to be attracted to him. Then late at night, by the way, my nieces, my 8-year-old nieces, they walked in at one point while I was watching this. They were like, "Can we watch with you for a little bit?" I was like, "Yeah, fine. This movie's for babies." And they walked in right at the part where Sam Worthington and Zoe Saldana fuck in the woods.
Jeez.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
was
that's
like,
tough.
"They're just kissing."
It is pretty short.
Yeah, but they they plug their hair. That's one thing they do on this planet is like their hair has a plug. I don't know what happens if you cut your hair. I guess you're not allowed.
Don't. Why would
Um,
you?
I don't know. That's something people do.
They're not people. They're aliens. Navi.
All right, so their hair has a little plug in it, and you could plug it into an animal to get close to them. But there are also little plugs sometimes in the wildlife. It's like everything's connected on Pandora. All right. And um and they have the same like USB connection.
Hmm.
And um so that's how you fuck.
Yeah, I don't really know what people mean when they say that. The I To me, it's not a very sexual thing when they plug up to the tree itself. That to me is
Oh, it's
not
it's it's not sexual when he's on top of her and she's going,
okay.
oh.
They're having sex in that moment. To me, the tree is not really involved so much there.
I think sex. I think it's like
Do
the
they
only
have
way
to
you
go
get.
there to have sex?
I think so.
Really?
I think like you maybe like they can't get hard without it.
I would like more info. But to me, the more sexual thing is when they tie their hair to their horses or to the thing that they ride, the flying thing, because that's when Zoe Saldana. By the way, it's Saldana. We've learned the last couple of years.
Okay.
Got to really hit that nya.
Yeah, it's an Enye.
Yeah, exactly. And but when she's like, feel it breathing, feel her, tell her what to do, and like it's like neck holes are like flexing, like getting big and small. That's like way more felt like a sexual thing than them just plugging into the tree. That
Did you
felt like
feel that?
people just making jokes.
Did you feel that way about that alien whale in the second one?
I didn't feel any sexual thing with the alien whale, the
It
Tolkien.
was the same sort of thing. He
Not
was even
really.
able to see stuff through the whale's eyes.
Oh, like when he goes inside of it, like actually inside of its mouth.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
plugs into it. You're
yeah,
like,
a little bit. And I like how they react to it. Their eyes get real big, like they're
I didn't
enjoying
like
it.
it was just whales. Give me
They're
something
Tolkien.
truly. I want to see something truly alien and weird. I mean, the Navi are humanoids. Then there's like bird creatures and whale creatures. It's Earth, but just a little bit different.
Oh, all right. Because they have something big in the water. It's a whale.
It looked exactly like a whale.
It looked a little bit like a
It
whale,
was
but
just a
it
whale
had
with like
like five
multiple
different
eyes.
flippers. It had like big flippers and multiple eyes. I
Yeah,
don't know. He's trying his best.
just a mutated whale.
All right.
It's like it's sort of like if you like spilled toxic waste into the
Hmm.
ocean, you'd end up with a tulkun.
Well, maybe they should do that because I thought the Tolkien was cool
All right.
and
Um, did I
sad
explain it
character.
enough yet? All right. So the
I guess.
they figure out. Oh, so back at camp, there's Stephen Lang, and he's a military guy. He looks like Wolverine. Probably got in a fight with him at one point. His head's got claw marks, and he decides first he's really into Sam Worthington. So I was like, I knew Sam Worthington was gonna let this guy down because at first he's like, Sam Worthington's the best of you guys. He's fucking great. And uh so but then Sam Worthington, after fucking Zoe Saldana, he like beats up a bulldozer, and
That's right.
Stephen Lang is like, he's turning against his own race.
That's a dramatic part where he is outside of his
He's a
avatar
race
body.
traitor.
He's
Oh
outside his
yeah.
avatar body, and his avatar is asleep. And Zoe Saldana is like, "Wake up, Jake! Jake, wake up!"
Why would they be encouraging him? It is the sun is out already. They should have gotten him out of that body at like 4 in the morning,
I think it was a setup.
giving him some eggs.
They wanted him
No,
to be asleep so they
not
could
true,
run in
because
there.
Sigourney Weaver was like excited to give him eggs. Sigourney Weaver doesn't want them to come in with bulldozers.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was about. Why he was in like,
Really stupid.
yeah, they were like running late that morning or something. Their
Yeah.
alarms didn't go off.
Worst possible morning for that to happen.
Yeah.
Um, and so maybe their alarms were sabotaged by Stephen Lang.
That might be onto something there.
All
I
right.
remember watching the second movie being like, why are they like after Sam Worthington? I didn't remember a lot of the first movie, but when I saw the second movie, I just went in to see the second movie at the time. And I forgot he like betrayed his race and like to go be with Neytiri. I sort of forgot the first
I
movie.
still don't understand why they would fund. I mean, it's a dying planet, Earth, and they fund an entire mission to go to Pandora just to kill this one dude.
Do they? I mean, I think they're like going on
I
their own side mission now.
I don't.
Stephen
But
Lang
they
has left.
but they need like a spaceship and shit.
Yeah.
It's like a whole fleet of spaceships, and they're
Wait,
all
what's
just
your question? What's your question?
in the second movie. I thought like killing Jake Sully was going to be like a side quest for the Stephen Lang character, and like it was eventually going to be revealed that they're on Pandora to do something else, but they're not. They're just there to kill Jake.
You think they shouldn't care?
I think ultimately,
I think this would be a huge deal if we had a real science department that was like doing stuff on another planet and then a human decided to betray the human race to go live with the aliens. That's a no-no. That person has
one
to die.
guy 10 years later we're gonna send dudes in to kill the one guy.
I think that guy at that point they know about the humans and they're leading an alien race. That's the craziest thing that's ever happened.
Eh.
That's fucking war against aliens. That's what that means. That's
Well, then
crazy.
they never should have accepted him.
They didn't know he was gonna do this. Oh, you mean the aliens?
Yeah,
Because they know like, hey, you being here means war.
right.
But maybe. But at that point, it's love. Neytiri's not gonna turn her back on him. He really only has them. He leaves
Yeah, but
them and
how
goes
much
to a new
power does
beach.
Neytiri have in this fucking world?
She's the next Shalik or whatever it was called after her mom. Although her mom's still alive, I'm pretty sure. I don't think her mom ever died. Only
She
daddy.
might have when the tree got cut down.
I don't know. I need an update on mom.
Yeah.
Let us know what happened.
All right. So they bulldoze, and then the next hour of the movie is just
It's
like a
awesome.
fight. And you're just watching just not real shit for an hour. And I'm like, I might as well be watching like One Piece or Chainsaw Man
Your
or
nieces are probably like that
Demon
more.
Slayer or some bullshit. And
K-pop demon hunters.
I'd much rather watch that.
Is that in
And
a different language? Is that in Korean?
no,
That really? That's an English language movie? I've been putting that
yeah,
off because I was like, well, I gotta. This is one I gotta
no, even
read.
the songs are in English.
Oh well, I gotta watch that. Then I've been done.
Um,
Michelle Rodriguez at one point says, "Rogue One hit."
it was
That
really
sounds
nice
like
to
Star
have
Wars.
Michelle Rodriguez there
Yeah. There's nothing.
because she's
There's no character stuff about her though. It's just like I'm Michelle Rodriguez. You guys know what I'm about. Now let's hit the ground running.
yeah, but it's at least like a person.
What does that mean?
So much of the movie you're looking at like these
Oh, okay.
tall blue aliens. Like, it's nice to like cut to Michelle Rodriguez every so often. There's
Yeah.
less of that in the second one because even the bad guys are in Navi bodies, which I also didn't understand. And
Why not? I
why
love that choice.
why?
What do you mean why? I first of all, I love that the second movie, the villain is the same as the first one. We've still just got Stephen Lang. I love that it's like a Star Wars thing rather than we introduce a new villain.
Somehow Stephen Lang has returned,
Yeah.
and
I
it,
loved that. And the message at the beginning where Stephen Lang is like, they're making me upload my consciousness in case I die. I'm not going to, but they're making me do it.
but
And
why
Giovanni Ribisi's
Navi?
there.
Why would they make them Navi?
They can't bring them back to life as humans once you're dead, but you can upload their consciousness to the Navi system.
To me, it felt like Cameron was like, "Uh-oh, we called this franchise Avatar instead of Pandora or Navi. We better have
No,
avatars in the second movie."
no. I mean, this isn't a movie franchise where we figured out how to bring people back from the dead. It's just that we know the Avatar thing. Although in the second movie, the thing they're draining from the whale head gives
Yeah.
you immortality, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Helps you live forever. So I guess we'll see what that's. In the second movie, there's no unobtainium. We've abandoned unobtainium. Now we're all about the
Yeah, we
Plo
don't
Koon
give a
brain matter.
We're not even about that. We're just about killing Jake Sully.
Well, there
There's
are the
just a
hunters that are
there's just
after
a
the.
couple there's like a team of separate dudes that are there getting that brain matter.
Yeah, but that is something in the world that we learn.
Jermaine Clement is one of them, doing an American accent for some
Is
reason.
that who
Let
that
him be.
was?
Yeah, there was like a fucking the main dude
Did he
of
get his
that
arm
crew.
ripped off, or who was that? Was that the other guy?
That was the main dude. The main dude of that crew was like, "Hi, we're floating the token.
Fish
All
are friends,
right."
not food.
And then we've got Jermaine Clement from Flight of the Concords, like who's like best friends with that guy, just going like, "Hi, I'm Jermaine Clement
Yeah, that's
from Flight of
weird.
the Concords."
I
It
don't know
was
what that
very
was.
fucking weird. Um, I read that Mark Maron auditioned for that role.
It would have been good.
Yeah. Uh,
You could talk about it in his new documentary.
yeah, I watched it.
Uh-huh.
Um, I don't know. And that, so the Navi win the fight,
I love when
and
Neytiri kills Quaritch, Stephen Lang. That is shot so well. The way that that is all done when she
is it
comes out with the
shot at all, or is it animated?
yes, it's shot. James Cameron used cameras, and then but that's so cool. Like her just lining up, pow, she gets him right in the freaking chest. And I love him in the second movie when he visits his old dead body and looks at his like body cam footage to realize that she's the one that killed him, and then he crushed his own skull.
Oh
He's
yeah.
a fun character.
Uh, all right.
Quaritch.
So they send the rest of the humans to Earth, with the exception of a few people like Dr. Patel and
David
Norm,
Tyler Moore, whatever his name is.
Joel David Moore,
David.
and
Yep.
Sigourney Weaver, and apparently a little kid, Stephen
Well,
Lang's
Sigourney dies.
son. But we're really? Oh yeah.
She ends up getting shot in the
Right.
leaving
I'm
the.
sorry, I got confused because she comes back as a different character in the second movie.
That's right. So yeah, in leaving, boarding the plane with Michelle Rodriguez, she gets shot. We plug her up to Awa, the tree. We go back to Pandora. She dies, and then Jake does that big battle, and
I'm
then
not
Jake we
sure
plug up
about
at the end.
Awa. I'm not sure about Awa either. Like to me in the first movie, they were treating Awa sort of like a deity, like it's their god. We worship this god, Awa. But by the second movie, I think A was just like what they call the sort of hive mind of the planet.
Yeah, I sort of got confused on Awa in the second movie. But the first movie, Awa is my queen. I love Awa. I'm just
Jesus.
talking.
Yeah, you really are. Um, all right. Anything else?
I don't know. I don't think so.
What do you
Toruk,
got?
whenever
Twerk?
Toruk, the big red bird
Turok the
guy.
dinosaur hunter?
No, he's the big red bird guy who attacks like from up top.
Oh yeah.
And then Jake at one point decides I'm gonna go above Turek and get on top of him and then like fly into the battle. And now he's Turek Makto. That's his new name.
Yeah, we're still calling him Jake Sully in the next one.
No, I think she calls him like Turek Makto a lot. And the first time I watched the movie in theaters, I was like, what the heck is she calling him? His name is Jake Sully. And then this time around, because I watched the first movie, I actually understood what was happening. But that's what you call like the flyer of Turek. Her like grandfather was one too. She has like a big speech at one point. So that was cool. But I go 4 stars. I honestly had a great time with this time around. My favorite part is the when they go up on the big mountains and get that bird dinosaur.
Oh, I hate that part.
I know you do.
It's
That's my favorite
boring.
part.
I just think
No,
it's
it's awesome.
boring.
It's awesome.
I don't understand why those mountains float.
Why does anything happen? I thought it was cool and beautiful.
Physics.
Uh,
I mean, but they try to explain other things in this movie. Like I get like the whole bioluminescence shit and even the plug I can buy into. But why these mountains float?
they get called the Hallelujah Mountains. Hallelujah is what you say when something amazing happens, something doesn't make sense, but magically happens, like those
We'll chalk it
mountains.
up to Awa.
Hallelujah Mountains. That's what they call it. But that was cool. Like the whole journey over there and they climb, they jump on a little vine and go up. It's all just, I don't know. I really like what James Cameron does. Hot take. But I guess it is on this podcast. You can't do that. You can't like
What?
JC.
JC's fine, man. Listen, we covered Piranha 2 earlier this year.
Titanic, we had a lot of fun with.
I liked it. We did a commentary on Titanic. I think Aliens is the best alien movie. I
Mm-hmm.
think
T2.
T2 is fucking great. All right. The Abyss has its moments.
That was
True
great.
Lies is pretty fucking fun.
What's better, The Abyss or True Lies? The Abyss is way better.
True Lies.
All right.
Um, I look, James Cameron has his merits. There are things he's very, very fucking good at. He's just leaning into all the stuff I don't care about in this movie. I give it a 2.
Yeah, I knew you would. To me, like the trick of this movie is James Cameron. He wants to build a movie where you don't want to leave, where you believe, and it doesn't work for you, but he wants to build that movie where you believe that Jake Sully would abandon the human race and go live with the Na'vi. And I think it's very successful at that. When I'm in Pandora, I get so sad when we cut back to Earth. I'm not like one of those people that would have left the theater being like, I want to live in Pandora, but I do think it's successful at that.
I'm never convinced it's a real place.
Yeah, it doesn't work for you. I don't know if I'm convinced it's a real place. I kind of am. He does enough, like with the background, and you can. It's sort of so impressive with the 3D that you can see like it kind of works with the 3D, even not watching it on 3D. It's so the foreground stuff is so in the foreground, and the background stuff is so in the background that it kind of works.
Who's your MVP?
James Cameron. No, you got to pick an actor. I guess Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, that's who I was gonna pick. I
Then
think she embodies the Navi better than anybody.
But she's supposed to more than him because she is real Navi. He's
No,
fake
I know
Navi.
that. I'm not, but I mean more than Wes Studi or CCH Pounder.
They're
But
good too, though.
yeah, but like, I really buy that character, and you kind of need to. Like,
You
I
need
might
to.
be even at a 1 if not for that.
Yeah, I get that.
Uh, and LVP.
I think Dr. Patel, because he,
Absolutely insane. The clear LVP is Sam Worthington. He's the least valuable player in this cast.
I guess, in the sense that if you replace him with anyone else, the movie is substantially better, and nobody else is that way. Like if you replace Patel with a new
You
actor,
wouldn't
that
even
that you
notice.
wouldn't notice. So that character, I think, is the LVP. But this Sam Worthington, if we're going for an actor, you're 100% right. Sam
Yeah.
Worthington is the LVP.
Patel is a worthless character. When he
I forget
popped
he's
up,
there, and then he comes
yeah,
back.
when he popped up in the second movie, I was like, "Whoa, that fucking guy!"
He's basically what's his name? Joel David Moore, except he doesn't get to be an avatar. He only
Right.
gets to stay behind, and he so whatever. But I go four, you go two.
All right. The Way of Water comes out years later. Fucking what? 13 years later.
Yes.
Uh, December 16th, 2022. All right. Cameron had been working on it. I thought he had like sequels planned from the start because it was always supposed to be like 3 movies, and then he like expanded it to 5. But I read that he wrote a 130-page sequel script called The High Ground and just threw it out. He was like, it doesn't have enough new shit. It's all still in the forest. We need new shit.
See, look, it was
And
not up to his standards. He wrote something that wasn't up
his
to his
lofty
standards, threw it out.
standards. Yeah. So they redid it. He got help by writers Rick Jaffa and Amanda Silver, and it came out. 460
What? I
million
forgot
dollar
it came
budget.
out.
Yeah. A $460 million budget. I think they made like all the sequels simultaneously though. So I don't know how
At
much of
least two and
that.
three, and then I think they did four and five together.
Okay.
And
Uh,
I forget how many they're doing total.
Um, and this one made $2.343 billion
God damn!
at the box
I
office.
contributed.
Yeah.
I bought a 3D ticket.
All right. It was a little less successful at the awards shows this time. The Oscars gave it best visual effects, but it lost best picture to Everything Everywhere All at Once. It lost best production design to All Quiet on the Western Front, and it lost best sound to Top Gun. And I think most surprisingly, it wasn't even nominated for best cinematography, which it had won the previous
Really?
movie. Yeah.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, which is it? Is it like I don't think it should have won best cinematography, but if it won best cinematography, then surely the second one should be nominated.
You would think, although the first one was like a groundbreaking thing, and this is just sort of copying the first movie, where maybe they
Yeah, I
were
don't
like
know, but
less
now
impressive.
everything's water.
Now everything's water. I didn't remember that. That seems dumb.
Yeah. Saturn Awards, they gave it best sci-fi movie. They gave it best directing, best writing, and best visual effects. But some of the other shit it won previously, it lost this time. Sam Worthington was nominated for best actor. He lost to Harrison Ford for Indiana Jones and the Dial of
What? That's
Destiny.
the best we got.
Yeah. Hey, I'm 20 years old. Um, uh, Zoe Saldana was nominated for Best Actress. She lost to Margot Robbie for Barbie. Um, Best Costumes, it lost to Barbie. Best Editing, it lost to Oppenheimer. Production Design to Barbie. Music to Indiana Jones. Um,
Dun,
Stephen
dun,
Lang was
dun.
nominated for Supporting Actor. He lost to Nicolas Cage for Renfield. And uh, the kid who played Spider was nominated for Best Younger
You
Actor.
know who that is?
Jack Champion is his name, I think.
You familiar?
No.
You are.
Am I?
He was a killer in Scream Six.
Yeah.
He
Oh, he's Dermot Mulroney's son.
yep, with his father Dermot Mulroney and his sister.
Okay.
They're the siblings of Jack Quaid from Five.
Yeah.
Remember? They're like
They
the
clean the
family.
knife at the same time.
Exactly. That's him.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, he lost to Zolo Maraduena for Blue Beetle.
Whoa!
Um,
Whatever happened to that person?
well, Cobra Kai just wrapped up. Um,
Oh,
BAFTA's visual effects was all it was nominated for, and it won that. Golden Globes, it was nominated for drama and director, lost both those to The Fablemans.
Good.
And MTV, it was nominated just for best movie, which it lost to another Jack Champion film, Scream 6.
Wow, he's on top of the world.
Yeah,
I
what
haven't
a
seen him
year.
since. I don't know
Well,
what he's up to.
he's gonna be in a Fire and
Yeah, I
Ash.
guess I could check.
Yeah.
Weird thing with him, they like cast him when he was like 13 or 14, and then he started aging so fast. And they were like, "Oh my God, how are these movies gonna work at all?" Because he like looks 13 in one scene and 17 in another scene. And he had like a weird, they put him on a weird diet because he's like a boy who grew up in the forest of Pandora or whatever.
Yeah.
So he has to look
Paleo diet.
like a strong Tarzan boy.
Mm-hmm.
And they like ruined his body, basically as like a 13-year-old.
Great.
Yeah, pretty weird story for him.
Um,
He's not doing that much. He was in Trap House this year.
what's that?
I don't know.
Well, they're making these. They're making five of these at the same
True,
time.
he's a little
That's
busy.
what he's doing.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right.
Trap House has Batista and Sophia Lillis, so he's been busy with that.
Do you want me to explain the second movie?
Please do, yeah.
All right. So it's like a bunch of years later. They've been living in the forest in Pandora. Sam Worthington has four kids with Zoe Saldana.
Well, three, and then one adopted with.
Oh, right, because the Sigourney Weaver one's adopted, right? We don't
We don't
know
know
who.
father. We don't know who the
Yeah,
dad
we
is.
don't. But there's some speculation it might be Norm. Maybe
Is
Norm
that
was
real
fucking Sigourney
speculation,
Weaver.
or are they bullying her? Like your dad's Norm. You
I
don't know your
mean,
dad. It could be Norm.
it felt like bullying, but they were also right. Like, why was he in all those videos with Sigourney Weaver?
They were right about that, but also I think it would be like a real sinister thing of him to not tell anybody, like, hey, we were hooking up. You could be my daughter. The fact he hasn't said anything makes me think it's definitely not him.
Okay,
Or that's
fair.
like, or he's like an evil guy. That's weird.
What if it's Giovanni Ribisi?
It could be Ribisi. I thinking it could, she could be like what they call it, immaculate conception. Is that what they call it? It
Immaculate
could be like Awa.
conception.
Awa's like
Oh,
Awa planted
come
the baby
now.
because she has like this weird spiritual relationship where she like keeps passing out in the middle of the woods and like she keeps like staring at the sand and the ocean
She
and
has epilepsy.
nobody else has that. She has like a
Yeah.
weird connection to stuff. I don't know. Something's going on with
She
what's
was
her
my favorite
name?
character. She's my Sigourney Weaver is gonna be my MVP in the second one.
That's fair. That's a good
Um,
pick.
all right, so that's the adopted kid, but then they have like one kid, like a little boy named
Netayam, the older
Tuku.
boy, Loak, the
Yeah,
middle son, and then Took, the youngest girl.
yeah. I like when the oldest boy when they finally go to the water people and you have that like it's like a shot, it's sort of like Ursula Andress coming out of the water and Dr. No. There's like a sexy Navi like come emerging from the water and the kid's like boing,
That was the
and
middle one, not the older one.
that's a really funny shot.
That's funny.
Um so they're in the forest, but then the bad guys come back, the humans,
Mm-hmm.
and it's Stephen Lang and a bunch of his pals, but they're Navi now. I don't
Very fun.
understand.
I love that choice.
And they like tear the forest down. And did they
Burn
kill
it
everyone in the
down.
forest? Oh, right.
Probably somebody just dies.
Felt like a lot of them died.
Nobody important, I don't think.
And so the Sullys, they go, which is what they are calling themselves as a family. I didn't make that up.
Yeah, they should.
Uh, they they go towards the water.
Well, the bad guys capture Spider, and they're like, well,
Oh well,
Spider.
Spider. If you don't know, Spider was left behind on the. Apparently, you can't put babies in cryo freeze, so
Right.
they couldn't send him back to Earth with Stephen Lang, and so this he's just sort of like. There's a big exposition part, like the first 20 minutes of this movie's exposition, and the
I think well
spider
done
thing
exposition.
comes out of nowhere. Like it's like I'm on board with everything. I'm listening, okay, and then they're like, oh, and then there's this fucking feral child who's also
Yeah.
around. And I'm like, what? I
Yeah, that
guess
was
he'll be
everyone's
important.
reaction.
Yeah.
Everyone hated Spider the first time around, but watching it again, I actually like Spider. He does add a little humanity to Quaritch, and it's interesting how there's a scene where Quaritch is like wants Spider to be like, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, and it's the same as Jake Sully's dynamic with his kids. How his kids always have to be like, yes sir, no sir. They both want the same thing. They just want their kids to respect them. I
It's
kind of
just
like,
because they're jarheads. Like I said, they're all the same.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I like that he is really conflicted, Spider, and I feel like he does sort of get through to his dad at the end. I don't know. The
The
performance isn't good, and I don't like the actor, but I do think the character as it's written is good and valuable. But
okay.
but yeah, so we capture Spider and we realize Spider has all our information and he could tell on us if they torture him. So we have to
You know
move
what they
to the
should
water
have
people.
captured him in a little cup and then put him outside.
They should have done that, yeah. But they
Yeah.
want information from him. They don't want to set him free.
Mm-hmm.
That's very funny
Yeah.
though.
So they have to carry him along. He has to wear a little mask the whole movie because the air is poisonous to humans.
He's like Sandy Cheeks.
What? Is that a SpongeBob reference?
SpongeBob Sandy Cheeks has to wear a
Mm,
helmet with the air in it so she
okay.
can breathe underwater.
I don't know who that is.
And then SpongeBob and Patrick, when they visit Sandy Cheeks' big home dome, they have to wear a vase with water so that they can breathe inside her oxygen-filled home.
Right.
SpongeBob's very smart.
So it's smarter than this. So they go to the water people. So there are these other Navi. They're not as blue,
Metcaina clan.
and they live in the water. They have all these water rituals.
Yeah, they're beautiful. They're like a pretty light blue color. What do you think about that?
I didn't think they were as pretty as the original Navi, but they look
Really?
less stupid.
I think looked less stupid and more pretty.
One of them's Kate Winslet, which I didn't know until the end of the movie. I watched the whole movie, and
I
then at
had
the
that the
end, it
first
was
time.
like, and Kate Winslet. I was like, who the fuck was that?
Yeah. She's mom,
Yeah,
pregnant mom.
she's pregnant mom,
Married to who's she married to? Cliff Curtis.
reuniting with JC
That's right. Her and
Rose.
Sigourney are reuniting. Well, I guess
Yeah.
Sigourney was in the last Avatar movie.
Um, and so now they have to learn how to be water Navi. And then we
And that's
sort
the best
of
part of the movie. We're teaching them all about the water and about the Tolkien. That's my favorite part when the little boy gets separated and finds the Tolkien.
it was definitely the part I was most invested in
Good. For a
of the
long time or
movie.
for like 5 minutes?
No, like the whole part where they're like teaching them how to do shit underwater and they hook up to that thing and he's meeting the whale. I was at least like I was watching.
Good. That's the goal here.
Yeah,
I want for you to
yeah.
be watching.
And so
Do you
that's like
like do you like their little trampoline walkway? They like bounce on their when they walk from like little hut to hut. That was
I
cute.
don't even notice.
You didn't notice
Uh
their whole walkway system?
Maybe not.
In the first movie, did you like how they slept on hammocks? There's like a big scene where we all
They
lay on our
do. And
hammocks and
the
take a
and the
nap.
hammocks close like willfully.
They
They're
fold
like,
around you.
yeah, they're like closed
Venus
hammock and
flytrap
it does.
hammocks.
Yeah.
And there was one hammock with like 8 people on it. They were like they got freaky on the hammock. Did you catch that?
No, I
It's in the
didn't.
background. It's a good little 3D device there. You see them in the background. There's like a one
Damn.
with like 8 people.
Like
And you're
Vincent
like, oh
Morgan.
shit. Like what?
Vincent Morgan when they were touching
Oh,
hands on that hammock in this last season of Big Brother.
wow. I love that.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, we learn about being I feel like we completely abandoned the adults in this section and it's just the
I thought you
kids.
liked that.
Well, I sort of did.
Yeah,
Like,
good.
because I don't care about Jake.
Right.
So at least like and I liked the Sigourney Weaver character.
Yeah,
the
she's
the
good.
Sigourney Weaver teen.
Yeah. But
And
Neytiri takes a big back seat in this movie.
oh yeah, she's barely in the movie.
Neytiri is barely in the movie. Like when we're dealing with the Sullys, we're dealing with Jake, but we also have the new family that we're dealing with. So like Neytiri is,
Neytiri is just very supportive of Jake.
yeah, it's kind of sad. But I'm
Yeah.
sure she was busy with like Avengers, whatever, at this point, so couldn't get her. But and we learned that the thing is called the Tolkun is named Payakan. That's our friend Tolkun.
Right.
But then the bad
He's sort
guys
of an
are,
outcast.
yeah, there was like a we see a flashback battle that took place and he got separated. But they think he's like a bad Tolkun and he was like tried to kill them. I don't know.
Well, you can just say whale.
Well, sorry, I could have just said that the whole time. Uh, I don't know, but we like get the shit out of the whales, and then we. I like when Quaritch is like interrogating the groups of people, and he's like, "Kill that animal over there," and then we shoot an animal in the water, and we're like, "Yeah, if you don't tell us the truth, we'll kill you guys too." He's just like hardcore. He's
But that's
good.
like
Stephen
just
Lang
as
is awesome.
bad. Like the whales and stuff are like part of them because they, you know how
Their spirit
in
sister,
the forest we had to plug into like a bird creature, and that's your bird creature for life,
right?
right? We have that in the water too, but you plug into sort of like a seal,
That's right. But it sort of flies. It can like dive underwater and then like come up out of the water.
like UFOs.
UFOs go underwater?
You never seen the footage of the UFOs going underwater,
What are you talking about?
dude?
They're not UFOs anymore. They're
I gotta watch the
UOs.
Age of Disclosure. New documentary just came out. The Age of Disclosure. It's all about UFOs.
I don't know about all that. But so a lot of people die. It's very sad. It's a big battle at the end. Our oldest son dies.
Yeah, a son for a son. But then we adopt Spider, so everything's okay.
We do sort of, yeah.
We just replace him in the family.
Yeah, a little bit. I like and that shows the game. I also like it. This movie, we're sort of getting Quaritch like going through the first movie, but we don't see it. Like he's falling in love with being a Navi, I think, but that's not a part of the movie. Does that make any sense? Like he's going through the experience of what Jake went through in the first movie, but it's not a part of the emotional part of this movie, if that
I
makes any
guess
sense.
so.
That's kind of
Um,
interesting to me.
and then the last hour, which I was looking forward to. Our friend Tim gave this movie 4 stars on Letterboxd, and I read his review before I watched the movie, and it said, um, the whole review said the last hour is great.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I was psyched, but then the last hour was just like the last one. It's just a lot of fighting. Um, but
It's pretty great though.
there were some good parts. Like the Navi were like pretty warrior like. There's lots of arrows going through dudes. That was cool. The guy's arm getting chopped off was all right. No blood whatsoever, but whatever. Um, and then but eventually I got bored and I was just like, I'm watching cartoons fight. I don't care about this.
No, it's so well
Um,
staged, so well done, and the water looks so cool. Looks better than like any water we've. I'm talking about like the last battle, like when it's nighttime, the water, the way like all the
I
lights
know,
shine off the water and
but
the fire.
I'm worried about the next movie. Like water effects are notoriously like I think the easiest effects to do. That's why like Finding Nemo looked so good even in like 2003.
Yeah,
But now the next one's gonna be all fire, and
and
fire effects are not easy to do.
especially according to you,
If any of
you're
you
very
out
harsh.
there have ever seen a film by
Martin
uh,
McDonough.
Martin McDonough, you understand that fire effects often look like shit.
They can knock a movie from 5 stars to 4 stars if you're not
They
careful.
can. They can.
uh,
uh,
Die My Love had a rough CGI fire part, but I still gave that a 5.
okay.
The
Yeah.
Lost Bus fire looked bad too.
So much CGI fire in the
That
Lost
looked like
Bus.
shit.
Yeah.
No,
Uh,
Cameron will do it. I've honestly no doubt. I'm at that point with Cameron. I would never doubt him.
it's a Gwen Stefani situation.
It's true. And
Uh,
Apple D app. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
no, so it's a bunch of fighting, and then everybody they kill the bad guy again. I guess he'll be back, and
Yeah, he does because he doesn't die. I love that part. He's drowning. They're both drowning. Jake and Quaritch. They're both drowning underwater after a big fight, which by the way is exactly like the Abyss. Ed Harris gets into a fight with somebody in the Abyss, and they're like underwater, and it's exactly like this fight at the end of the Way of Water. It's really cool. But anyway, they're both drowning, and Spider goes down to save Jake, and he sees like a blue alien, and he's like, Jake, and he gets up closer to it and it's his dad. He doesn't realize that it's his dad. And then Loak or whatever the kid's name is, the second kid, goes down and he saves Jake. And it's like they're both saving their dad. But it was cool. Like he thought that it was Jake and he went down to save Jake, but it was his dad. That was a really nice moment.
mm.
But I don't know. I love this one even more. 4 stars.
I think the first one's better.
Interesting.
It's just the first one has all the setup. Like you're taking me through Pandora, you're showing me everything. It's also a half hour shorter. This is over 3 hours and 15 minutes long. This movie, that is insane.
I think it
And
feels
for
shorter, actually.
and for a whole hour of it to just be fighting, like get real. Um,
Also, this one's
it does not
entirely
feel
animated.
shorter. It does not feel shorter
It
at
doesn't.
all.
It did to
No,
me.
it feels longer
And this one is
because
more
it is.
animated. We're not cutting back to like real life Sam
No, because even
Worthington.
the bad guys are Navi.
Right, right. So that's probably more of a problem for you because you liked the Earth parts of Avatar 1.
Yeah,
So that makes sense. So you're gonna give this a 2 again?
I'm gonna give this a 2 again. MVP Sigourney Weaver and LVP, obviously Spider. Oh, you know who I did? I did like Edie Falco.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was cool to see her.
She's in a big mech suit drinking coffee out of the
Yeah,
robot arm and like
yeah,
doing a punching bag.
that was sort of a good time.
Goddamn. Yeah, she is very fun. Edie Falco. Uh, MVP, I'll go Stephen Lang. I thought he was awesome in this movie. But Kate Winslet gives a very sad performance. I love that part. She's pregnant and she encounters we didn't mention when they kill the big whale, I'll start calling them. And we were like, what are we gonna do with the rest of the whale? Are we just gonna leave it here or what? And the hunter, I don't know if it was Clement or not, but he's like, sink it. We usually just sink it, whatever, who cares? And Quaritch is like, no, leave it floating so that they know that it was us. That was very sad. And they come up on the big floating whale, and it recently had a baby, and the baby's still alive, like swimming around its dead mother. That was so
Mm.
fucking sad. And it was like this. It was the spirit sister of Kate Winslet, and they had been pregnant at the same time. That all like really worked for me. All the water stuff.
Oh, right, because Kate Winslet was like talking to that whale, like the pregnancy's going good.
I love all that stuff. I'm a sucker for it.
Jesus. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it. To each their Avatar is clearly a thing. People
Hmm.
like it. They like the papyrus font, and um, and this next one's gonna make like probably $2
Another
billion.
2 billion. Yeah.
So
I think that's the threshold. That's like what Avatar movies make, at least 2 billion.
you think it would be a disappointment? Like, if this movie would this be the first movie if it only made like $1.5 billion?
One and a
Would
half billion would be a disappointment.
that would be a
I
disappointment?
do think that's like a full 1 billion less than the other one, than the last one,
Yeah,
and a
I
full
guess so.
1.5 billion from the first one.
All right. I
You'd
hope
have
that
to
happens.
rethink.
I think that would be interesting.
It
A
would be
one
like
and a half billion
Horizon.
dollar failure.
We'd have to cancel them like Horizon.
There's no way they'd ever do that.
Did they fully cancel those, or are we gonna get the more?
No, they're canceled.
That's awful. We just got to do
Yeah.
them then. We got to do what he finished, right? The
You and
franchise is
me?
over. Yeah, the franchise is over. We could do it.
You want to direct Horizon 3?
No, I meant cover them on the franchise, not pick up where he
Oh.
left off. Carry the
Oh.
torch for Costner. That's not what I meant.
Yeah, I guess so. But those were both 3 hours long too.
We'll wait a year and then we'll do those. That'll be
Mm,
next year's December.
all right. Um, so that's Avatar.
Oh, what are we doing next week?
Oh, could we do Spinal Tap?
We'll do Spinal Tap.
All right. Next week, this is Spinal Tap and the
This was
new
Avatar.
sequel.
Next week, this is Spinal Tap.
Yeah, Spinal Tap 2. It probably has a title, but I don't remember.
Rock of Ages.
I don't think so.
I'll look it up.
Rock of Ages.
That's another. The end continues. The end continues. That's funny.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah. All right. So that'll be next week. And those movies are short as hell. So
This one, 122.
God damn, love it. All right. So check that out. Thanks
They're
for
both
bearing with me
122.
on Avatar. I gave it a chance. I don't think they're terrible. I like Avatar more than Pirates of the Caribbean. I like Avatar
Really?
more than How to Train Your Dragon.
I got whenever we went up on the mountain with all those winged creatures, I was like, this is very How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
I loved that Cameron is so good. Maybe I'm just a sucker, but like every detail he does, I'm like, good job, Jimmy. When he gets up on the mountain with all those winged, what are they called? They had a name. I forgot what their name was. But they made all the ones he doesn't pick so like ugly and unappealing and gross, and they're all like hissing at him and like, and you're like, ew, don't pick that one. That one's so ugly. And then he chooses the one, and you're like, yeah, that one looks like a good one. Like that didn't happen on its own. James Cameron did that. He did all that stuff.
Oh my god.
Movies don't happen on their own. And James Cameron, if he's doing every part of the movie, then that's James Cameron's doing. James Cameron's a genius. That's my final point. That's all I want to say.
We're really gonna call James Cameron a genius.
Oh, he's a total cinema genius, filmmaking genius. He's one of like the 10 we have in the world.
Okay.
There are a lot of great like storytellers that are able to put a lot of stuff on screen. To me, that's a difference between a filmmaking genius and James Cameron is one of the 10, 15 we have.
I think filmmaking, part of what encompasses filmmaking to me is storytelling and dialogue and artistic intent and meaning. And
but to you, I think that to you just means like characters. And James Cameron is the best at like plotting out a scene and holding his cards close and like you don't know this information, so you're always thinking about this part of the movie or this part of the scene. He like is so perfect at holding your hand and giving you exactly what he wants to give you.
I don't want my hand to be held
for later in the movie.
Let me just watch a piece of beautiful art. Like,
well, that's what Avatar is.
If I didn't have legs, what's that movie?
If I had legs, I'd kick you.
If I had legs, I'd kick you.
Like, you're gonna watch ASAP Rocky and Ivy Wolk hanging out.
What's wrong with Ivy Wolk?
She's not a very good actor.
She's fine. She does what she does.
She does what she's like a perfect person. Like, hey, you want like a weird girl who's like not that good of an actor, but who seems like a real person? Put her in your movie, which is viable, which is like valuable.
It's taste. It's a taste thing. Like for me, I think My Dinner with Andre is like way more interesting than Avatar.
And, oh wow, what a take. My Dinner with Andre better than Avatar.
I mean, it's not. It's not really a take. I'm just telling you, like, that's where my tastes run.
Right. Which, I mean, you're not wrong, but I'm sure a lot of people think that way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be like the lone voice in the darkness. But
they're two different things. Like, why aren't both like equally valuable?
They are, and they're special effects movies that are valuable to me.
I feel like you think they're not. You like really look down upon one, and the other you're like that's real art. This one is like.
I think special effects need to be used to support a story. Like, I don't know. Like I much prefer something like The Mist, which is character based and it has enormous, crazy effects and insane world building, but
it doesn't look as good.
I
If
mean,
you're
I
gonna make an
agree.
effects-based movie,
I
like the effects
I
in that movie don't look that great.
I agree. I just don't think the tentacles at the beginning don't look very good, but everything else looks great. I
There's like a weird flying. They like go into the garage at one point, like all the men, and they like fight this thing, and it looks weird.
That's what I'm talking about. The
Oh, that's what you're.
tentacles.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh, okay.
Um, but I don't know. Like
I
to
don't want to
me,
shit on that movie.
this is a movie that's like designed around the special effects. And I'm just not that interested.
Yeah, but that's awesome. That's like a basketball coach being like, all right, no, we're gonna now this team, we're a team that shoots threes. And then you win a championship the next year, and then people were like, "Well, they only won because they shot all the threes." And it's like, yeah, they realized that they have a lot of great 3-point shooters, and that should be their system, and they should shoot threes, and they can probably outscore a lot of teams that way. And then they do, and they're successful, and you're like, "But they only did it because of the threes." It's like, yeah, they
No,
realized what their masters at, and
I
they
don't
they
think.
did it. James Cameron's the Steph Curry of filmmaking. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh my god.
Uh,
All right, Spinal Tap next week. We'll do Fire and Ash when that shit comes out. And thanks for listening to the franchise. Hey, patreon.com/the franchise. You can find some more shows. Hey, I'm watching here. That'll be later this week, as well as Compies. So please listen to those shows as well. It's only $5 a month to subscribe. And hey, to our top 5 listeners, thank you. You know who you are.
I do have
And
a question for you. Before
tell
we
me.
leave, I just want to know, like this whole episode, why so blue?
That's it.
Oh, that's in the episode. I really wanted an answer. I wanted an answer to that.
No, why so blue and then a long pause? That's the end of the episode.
I think that would only work on video. The long pause on audio, they would think just their episode ended and it didn't go to the next podcast or something. But video, they would understand the pause.